Andrew, obviously into the game until probably the fourth quarter and then kind of fell away. Your accuracy kept you in it. How did you assess the battle overall?
I thought it was fairly convincing by Freo in the end. Well, not in the end, probably for the whole game. I think the scoreboard flattered us probably for a fair chunk of that game. We know the problems we've got. We understand that, and I think you saw a Fremantle team hungry in a position where they're going to fighting for finals, and their class probably just overwhelmed us.
Sorry to get straight to it, but the clear worry for a lot of Eagles fans straight out of the game is Harley coming off in that last quarter. Do you have an update on how he's going and what happened?
Yeah, so just chatted to him. He's hurt his ankle. I probably don't have much more information than that. Even you could see Harley put no weight on it as he was coming off, and then he was able to walk off. So we'll just do the normal protocols. We'll go away, scan it, and see. Probably don't have much more to add on that now.
How worried are you right now? Really, really, really worried, or just a little bit worried?
Like it's, I guess, in the context of what? Like, what do you mean?
As in, do you have real concerns that it could be bad, or is it just a normal ankle?
Honestly, I've got no idea. I'm not a doctor. Like, it's he hurt his ankle. He couldn't finish the game. Didn't come back on. Walked off the field. That's what I saw. So we'll see. We'll give you the answer when we get it.
What did you make of his ability, I suppose, when he got a bit of attention from O'Meara, he kind of then moved himself to Jackson to try and free himself up? Was that something you guys as the coaching staff spoke to, or was that him making that move to try and free himself up a bit?
Yeah, so Harley's been tagged a few times now, and I think it's been part of our build that we're adding some things to his game when he gets tagged, and I thought we saw a selfless version today of Harley, and it had, some effect at times, and it clearly quelled Harley's influence at times as well. So there was a bit of cat and mouse going on at stoppage, as you would have seen all day.
I know there was too a bit of internally some players have said that they wanted to pay more attention to helping Harley. I saw Tim Kelly try and put some blocks on, and Clay Hall and Elijah Hewitt. Were you happy with the response from some of his teammates when he was being a bit of ragdolled at those contests?
Yeah, look, we've spoken a lot about building a team and being a team player, and like some small actions like that you're seeing is things we've been working on. So it's pleasing that you're seeing that come through.
You had an extended and calm chat with Matt Stevic at quarter time about something you want to have with. It feels like that's a growth in his communication with the umps and working around what he's obviously been talking to him about. How pleased were you that he was able to get that communication forward and work out what was going on that he was concerned about?
Yeah, I didn't know that happened, but if that's what Harley wants to do, that's great. And if the umpires are happy to chat, that's good. Certainly beats screaming at him, which we've all wanted to do at times, and Harles has done. But that's a good sign of maturity if he's growing in that space.
In terms of the late change, very, very late change, can you just talk us through that?
Yeah, so losing one of our best defenders is clearly not ideal. Harry just felt something in the first warm-up, so we tried to get him going again in the second one just to see where it was, and we left it to the last minute because he's so important to us, and he's been such a valuable part of our team for the last probably 8 to 10 weeks, but unfortunately we just couldn't take the risk. We're hopeful it's not too bad, but it was a team decision at the line.
And Ruben in defence again just seems to be taking a step forward every week. His role on Tracy today, can you talk us through that and how pleased you were with
Yeah, I think I'm glad you brought it up because Rubes is doing an incredible job. I've sort of spoken about it a few times, but we're throwing him some big tasks. I think Rubes is 20. First season as playing as a defender, and he's played tall, small, and taken the opposition's best forward most weeks. And I think he kept him scoreless, and got a lot of respect for the way that Tracy goes about his game. I think he builds his game the right way. So I thought it was a terrific effort.
Were you pleased with Tim Kelly today?
I thought it was a great step in the right direction for Tim. Probably his best game for the year for us. I thought he competed really hard. We saw some of the best version of Tim Kelly, which is great.
What about Sandy Brock's ability to come in so late, and how did he handle that and be able to just come in and straight away get a big matchup?
Yeah. Look, it was difficult, clearly. Fremantle's probably not the team you want to lose a key back to at any stage, but Sandy handled it well, was calm pre-game. Luke Webster really helped him out with some clear messaging and match-up focus, and I thought Sandy competed hard. It's never easy when you get thrown into it that late, and I thought he competed okay.
I know there's a lot of development in the team, but one bloke, you just can't seem to get into the season is Matt Owies, and you subbed him out today. How do you try and work with him to get the best out of Matt?
Yeah, so I think it's a challenge playing forward in our team at the moment. I think that's a fair assessment to make, and Matt's been a little bit of a product of that. Probably the first 12 games of the year, he was a great pressure player for our team, and then he missed a period of footy with his calf, and probably just hasn't quite been able to regain that part of his game. So he's an experienced player. He's a really strong leader around our footy club, and I'm sure he'll bounce back into his form that we know he can have.
Your midfield and clearances in particular has been a big problem area all year, and potentially to be without Harley now for a period. How much of a concern is that, and how do you try to plug that gap so it doesn't become too disastrous in that area of the ground?
Yeah, it's a challenge. We've got what we've got. We've got an incredibly young midfield, and we are learning a lot. Even today, Brady Hoff played on Caleb Sarong at stoppage, and Brady's going to be a much better player for that experience. So you would have seen today we made a lot of changes in that space. We changed personnel, we changed structure. We got clearly not just the clearance game, but the efficiency of their clearance. They scored 18 times from stoppage, which is a monster number. But we've got to somehow not be as leaky in that space and keep trying to close the gap.
Andrew, is the balance of trying to protect, I guess, your young stars coming through? Obviously, Harley comes off, Elijah Hewitt takes that big hit after just coming back. How do you sort of balance that, in those really early years?
No, you can't. Like, the AFL is just brutal. It's a brutal game. So these guys are ready. They're ready to compete, and they're competing hard. But I think everyone knows that it takes a few years to get to your best level of AFL football. So you learn experiences along the way. You develop your body. You develop some systems and strategies as a player to cope with different things in a game, and our guys are getting that.
How did you view Shanahan and Reid? Obviously, tough game to get involved in with two young men, but they competed hard, I suppose.
Yeah. Look, it's a really tough ask to have guys so young being the key pillars in your forward line. I thought there were some signs where they competed well. We clearly didn't deliver the ball to those guys the way we wanted to today, and they didn't get enough of supply. We didn't have enough entries. But even Job's last quarter I really liked. I thought he had some good looks at it. And Archer, we know Archer competes. We've just got to find a way to get him involved in the game for longer, which is a challenge we've got at the moment.
You seem to have a bit of trouble at the moment stopping rebound speed, especially from their halfback to their attack.
Yeah.
How do you try and solve that short term and long term?
Yeah, so there's a bit to it. It's not an easy answer. It's got to do with your formation, your system, your ball movement, and the way you set up your defence. It's all connected, and then there's obviously contest that comes into it as well. So we are having a bit of a challenge at the moment. We knew that our focus going in today was we were trying to lock the ball in our front half as much as possible, and we didn't get that the way we wanted to, and that's partly on us and partly a credit to Fremantle how sharp they were to get the ball out of there. And I think you saw when they got some real speed on their handball chains, they looked pretty efficient. So we're working hard on it.
You are a young team. You've got 4 weeks left. How do you ensure that they're focused for these final 4 weeks? Because it's a marathon this season. Obviously, natural attrition starts to creep in, and young guys get tired quickly.
Yeah, they do. Look, our guys committed to it about 6 weeks ago. I've mentioned that a few times, that there's no wasted days that we're going to have this year. We're going to run to the finish line. So they committed to that about 6 weeks ago. So my job is just to keep everyone accountable to it. We won't accept just limping to the line. We don't believe in that. I think there is no finish line, to be honest. Footy just rolls around. So we finish this year, we roll into our break and our pre-season. So we want to get to that point in the best way we can.
Is there anything you've discovered this season that you can take into the pre-season that you think's just lacked in the last few years, maybe in the way that teams are prepared or been able to develop?
Look, probably I'll just speak about my time. We need to get better. It's every part of. I didn't get everything right last pre-season for my coaching, and we'll work on our fitness and our strength and our strategies and every part of it. We need to get better, because clearly there's a fair gulf at the moment between us and where we want to be in the competition. So we'll look at everything when the season finishes and how we can get up and improve as quickly as we can.
I know when you spoke to you yesterday about it, but do you have anything else on Bo Allen at the moment with that injury?
No, not yet. We're still not clear on what it is, so I think we'll hear that early next week.
Thank you.
Right, take us.